Hi all, it's Rambler here with a quick update video to say sorry for the lack of videos again. It's just due to workload and tiredness and laziness, a combination of all three. Like I said, my job's quite demanding, and at the end of the day I'm like, I don't want to do anything except play games. So making videos can be a bit of a mental effort, shall we say, from my part. However, having said that though, that doesn't mean I don't want to not make them anymore. I do want to keep making them, and because we finished Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, it's now time to play a new game. And this time again, I'm going to sort of put it to the vote. I'm going to go through a list of games that I've got as quick as I can about what games are available to vote for. There's quite a lot of them. Some that were gifted recently, some that have been gifted a while, and then I'll talk about ARK at the very end, about what I'm going to do with ARK. So ARK's not going to be on the voting list, however I have plans for that, so we'll get back to that towards the end of the video. So if you want to stick around for the ARK update, please do. But for the rest of you though, we're just going to quickly go through the list of games that I will put open to the vote. Like I said, there's a few of them. It's not every single one down here. I'll point out the ones that I'll put to the vote, and I'll tell you whether it's blind or whether I've done it before in terms of playing the game. But, you know, if you still want to vote for it, you can. I just want you to make sure that you vote with as much context around the game as possible. Not about the content of it, but where I stand with it, if that makes sense. So let's begin with Angels with Scaly Wings. Gifted a while back, I think, or recently, I can't remember. Don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's a big game or a small game. If you want us to play that, we can do. That's fine. Just before I actually carry on, I must stress it doesn't matter if the game's massive or not. Just bear in mind when you're voting for a game that obviously videos will be few and far between until I've got holiday. So if you want me to play a smaller game to make it a bit more concise, like Doki Doki Literature Club type thing, not like it has to be the same type of game, but in terms of the game length, let me know, and vote for the games that you think would fit that category. If not, just vote for any game that comes up on the list, regardless of length and stuff. I'm just warning you now, if you're voting for a long game, it may be a while us playing through it. But anyway, Angels of Scaly Wings is one that we can do. Antechamber, don't know anything about that either. It was gifted to me a long time ago, so if you want us to play that, we can do. That's not a problem. Balthazar's Dream, we did like a long time ago, I did a sort of like a taster video, because somebody who developed the game or was pushing the game emailed me and sent me, you know, like a demo to do, and I thought I'd take them up on the offer and show it. I've since then got a free code for the game, and there it is. I don't know anything more than what we played, but if you want us to check that out, we can do. That might be quite interesting. We've got Bastion, which again I've known nothing about, so again if you want us to try that out, we can do. I don't know if that was gifted to me or not, or whether that's a Steam thing. If some of these games I mention are a Steam thing, where Steam sort of just says, hey, play this game for free for a bit, then let me know and don't vote for it. So if I'm giving you a game to vote for and you're like, why is he letting us vote for that one, that game's a thing, just let me know in the comments and just don't vote for it. Alright, so forgive me for my naivety on that. I don't know if Steam's done it or not, but you can still vote for it regardless anyway. So Bastion's apparently available. Bioshock Infinite is another one. People have asked me to play this after Bioshock 1 and 2. I must stress that with Bioshock Infinite, it won't be a blind LP. I played this when it came out a while ago. Well, when it came out, actually. And I enjoyed it, but I've never played it since. I kind of know most of the story. I kind of know the ending. I will play it, though, and take it with a fresh take in mind. Maybe nitpick some of the physics involved, or maybe try and understand it a bit better. Or maybe just enjoy it a second time round. If you want to vote for that, you can do. Just bearing in mind, it won't be blind like the other two. I have played it before. I kind of know what the meaning is behind it, but it's there if you want it. Same with Black Mesa, which is pretty much a remake of Half-Life 1. I think from the recent news thing down here, the Zen levels are almost there. It's not finished yet, I don't think, but I would like to play it. If you want to vote for that, we can do. Otherwise, we'll leave it till much later on. I'd like to get around to it at some point, but if you want us to start it now, vote for it, that's fine. But I do know the Zen levels aren't finished yet, but we can still play it up to the point where we can't play it anymore, and then get to the Zen levels at a later date. We can't do Dark Souls 3, sadly, because my PC will not run it. It's too demanding, so sorry about that, because my PC's old now. We can play Darksiders, if you want to vote for that. I don't think many people are interested in it, but I think it might be quite interesting, but I am not going to push it. It's just, it's there if you want me to try it. I think it'll work alright. We've got the War Mastered Edition, which I think is like a remaster of the first one. That should work okay. It might be the original we play, but either way, Darksiders is available for voting if you want. Darkwood, I kind of know the story. I watched an LP of it done by Halloween4545, who's my favourite LPer, and I kind of spoiled the ending for me, but it's still a really good game. It's still very scary, and I don't know all of the alternative outcomes or choices from some of the characters you encounter. We can play it, but, you know, it's not a blind LP per se. I don't know the whole thing, but I know pretty much most of it. But I'll put it up there to the vote if you want me to be scared, because I'll still get scared. Remember, it's a scary game. Deus Ex Game of the Year. That's the first Deus Ex game. I'd like to play that, but again, I don't know if there's a lot of interest in it. It should run okay. I think I do need to make a few edits to how it runs. I think the Steam version's got a few problems, but I'll see. There are workarounds. Or it might be that it's okay now, I don't know. We have played Human Revolution, obviously. I'm not playing Mankind Divided yet. I haven't got it, and to be fair, I'm not really that interested, because it's kind of like, from all the development history behind it, it was a bit split up, and some people think it's like half a game, and all that bollocks, I don't know. Maybe if it comes out on offer, and of course, if I get a better PC so I can run it, we can do it in the future. But the first one, I would like to try. But again, people have had polarised opinions on it. I'll put it for the vote. It's fine. But if you don't want to vote for it, it's okay. But it's there if you want. So that's Deus Ex Game of the Year edition. Dragon Age Origins, I have played this before and tried it on my old LP channel. I can't play the game. As in, it'll work, and I can record it, and I've tried it, and it works, but I can't play it. It's a really sort of traditional RPG sort of game where there's a lot of micromanaging in it. I really struggled with it. I liked it. I struggled with it, but I'll put it to the vote anyway, because if people want me to play it, we can do. You're just going to have to help me play it, like give me strategies, give me tips, things to focus on, etc, etc, because I cannot play it, and I haven't got a lot of time to sit down and learn to play it. So I'll put it to the vote, but just bear in mind, I suck at it, like really bad. Epic Quest of the Four Crystals, we can do that. I think that was gifted a while back. Don't know what it's about, or whether it was something through Steam, not sure, can't remember. We can try that out if you want. Fairy Fencer F and Fairy Fencer F Advent Dark Force. I'd rather stay away from Hyperdimension Neptunia stuff for now, like even the side stuff, because I'm so, you know, I sort of really want to take a break from the series overall. At the end of Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, I was quite tired of it, but not that I'm bored of it or hate it, just tired of it. I'm happy to, if people vote for these games, I'll play them if you want. I don't mind. I'm just saying it'll give me a bit of effort to do. I'll have to summon a lot of effort to play them, but I will if people are interested. So don't be put off by that. If you want me to play it, I will. I will do my best to make an effort. I'm just saying I'd rather take a break, but I'll put it up there anyway. We got The Fall, which was gifted ages ago, so if you're interested in that, I don't know anything about it, so that'll be a blind LP. We got Fallout New Vegas, which I'm only offering just because some people have said, oh, you're going to do an LP of it? I've played the game to death. It's my second favourite game of all time after Metal Gear Solid 3. It is buggy, but it does work on my computer. I can record it okay. It won't be a blind LP, and I know there's loads of people who played this game. You kind of know how it works. But if you want me to play it with my take on it, we can do that. I'm happy to do like survival mode on hardest difficulty, that kind of thing. That'll be fun. But I'll put it up there if people are interested, because some people asked for it. But just bear in mind, it's not a blind LP. I've played it to death. I don't know every single secret. I don't know every little bonus and stuff. But I know a lot. But I'll put it up there anyway. Firewatch, I'll put up. I've already watched an LP of it, and I know the story. I'm not too happy with the developer either, with the whole PewDiePie thing, when he got all uppity about it. I can understand his reasoning, though, so I'm not saying he was wrong or anything. I just disagreed, that's all. So I'd rather not play his games. I can't remember the developer's name. It was Sean something. And like I said, it was a good game, though. It was a good story. But I know what it is, so it's not really blind. But I'll put it up there anyway if people want me to play it. That's fine. I won't play any of the Five Nights at Freddy's. You can vote for them if you want, but I did a drunk LP of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I think pretty much everybody's sick to death of it. But if you want me to play it again sober, we can do. Just letting you know, I'm fucking scared of those games still. I think they're great. They're really good fun, but I think we're all sick to death of them now. But if you want me to try them out, we can try that. It's fine. So I'll offer it, but don't worry. You know, I'm not expecting anything on that. But I'll put them up there anyway. 17 Gorky 17. I think this was gifted recently to me. I can't remember who, but I don't know anything about it. Be a blind LP. Don't know if it's actually viable or not. But if it is, vote for it. I can do that if you want. Same with Hatoful Boyfriend. Again, know nothing about it. It was gifted to me, I think, by Kitty Guardian a long time ago. I think it's a bit of a jokey game, sort of like dating sim thing. I really don't know. I've heard it's a bit risque, I guess, but we can play it if you want for a bit of fun. Hotline Miami, I think that was gifted to me recently. I forget who. Damn it. But I've never played this. I've only seen very, very minimal footage of this. I've heard polarizing things. Some people love it, some people hate it. I would be interested in having a go at this because it's kind of like an 80s retro theme game. And I've heard it's really good. But again, it's polarizing, but I don't know much about it at all. So that would be pretty much a blind LP, so we can do that if you want. Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart, another spin-off of the Hyper Dimension series. Again, I'd rather not play any of those for now. I want to take a break. But again, I'll put it up to the vote. If people really want me to play it, then, you know, it's up there for the vote. That's fine. Iron Bread, if you want me to stress over that, we can do. Just bear in mind I'll get very angry on it, but if you want me to get angry about bread, we can do. If My Heart Had Wings, don't know anything about it. I think this was gifted to me by Yomi, but I could be wrong then. If I am, I apologise. I think it's like a visual novel thing. Again, it might be a bit risque, but we can try it. If I have to censor stuff, it's not a problem. If you want me to play that sort of thing, we can do. That's fine. I'll put that up there. Don't know anything about it, so it'll be blind. Little Inferno, don't know anything about that. So again, we can try that if you want. If it's viable, let me know. Long Live the Queen, same thing again. Don't know anything about it. If it's viable, let me know. We can play that. Same with Love Kami, Divinity Stage. If you want me to play that, again, we can do. We'll see how far we get with it. Again, don't know anything about it. It might be a bit risque, but again, I'll censor stuff if I have to. It's not a problem. Lucius, I've watched an LP. I watched PewDiePie's LP of that ages ago, and I know the overall story, but we can still have fun with it. You can watch me struggle with it if you want. I don't remember the whole game, but it won't be a blind LP, so I don't know if we'll be able to have that much fun with it, but I'll put it up there if you want me to play it. We'll put that to the vote as well. Mad Max, I'll leave that because I think that's a bit of a niche game. I like it and it doesn't run that well on my PC anyway, so we'll skip that. Same with Mafia 2. Mass Effect though, I'm interested in doing again. I have played Mass Effect 1 and 2, never played 3 because I heard of the shitty ending that they gave it. And of course Mass Effect, was it Andromeda, the newer one, was really shit as well. But the first two are very good and we can play 3. If people want me to do the Mass Effect trilogy, we can do. I like the first 2 games. They were very, very good in my opinion. I'd like to revisit those, so I'll put them to the vote. But don't worry if you don't want me to play it. It's fine. Just some people expressed an interest. And it was gifted to me, so fair enough. Mega Tag Mention, Blanc and Neptune vs. Zombies. Again, don't know anything about it. It's another spin-off of the Hyper Dimension. If you really want me to play it again, I'd rather I don't, but I will let you vote for it if you want. Night in the Woods. Don't know anything about this game. I've been completely and utterly blind on this. A lot of people have been asking for this, and it was gifted to me recently. So if you want me to play Night in the Woods, we can do. I've heard it's pretty good. I'm okay with doing that. That'll be fine. Papers, Please. If you want me to revisit this game and try the alternative endings, because I never did them in the end. If you want me to go back and do the alternative endings, we can do. So I'll put that to the vote as well. Please Don't Touch Anything and Pony Island. I'll put them to the votes. But again, that one's like a puzzle game. It's really hard. I don't know all the solutions off the top of my head. I think that'll be a very slow, tedious LP. I'm not really sure about that. But again, I'll put it to the vote. Just bear in mind, I'm really shit at it. And Pony Island is, again, not blind. I know a lot of the story. I think I know the ending as well. And again, it's one of those ones where you can be quite long and laborious. I'll put it to the vote because it was gifted to me. Just letting you know, it won't be a blind LP per se. But I don't know the whole game, but it won't be that blind, so I'm just bearing that in mind. I'll offer Streets of Rage just as a bit of a side LP, but again, it could be, obviously, vote for a game, that's fine. I'll do the remake of Streets of Rage. I downloaded the remake off the interwebs, and the remake's really, really good. It kind of blends all 3 games into one story, and you can pick paths and stuff, and they've like done up the graphics to make it look a bit more like Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage 3, and there's like lots of neat extras and features in it. It's a really good sort of game. So if you're going to vote for Streets of Rage, I've played it before, obviously I love them to bits. It's one of the best Mega Drive games I ever played. We'll play the remake and show that off. It's good fun. So it won't be blind, but it'd be good fun to play anyway, unless I get copyright strikes and what have you. But then again, my channel's not going to be making any money soon, so who cares? Hey! So I don't think it will really matter. But yeah, up for offer if people are interested. Steven's Sausage Roll, don't know anything about that. So again, if you want us to try that and it's blind, it's a blind LP because I don't know anything about it, you can vote for that if you want. Subnautica, I don't know if it works on my PC or not. I just bought it on a whim from some money I got from my brother as a gift via Steam. He gave me some money in my Steam Wallet account, which is very nice of him. I do know, I've been watching Markiplier's and Jacksepticeye's LPs of it. Really good fun. I don't know the whole story. It's one of those games where I'd be very happy to explore, but I think a lot of people have seen enough of it. I'll offer it, and if it works, I'll do it, but like I said, it won't be blind, but I don't know the full game mechanics, so I'll still struggle with it, and it might be fun to go up against the Leviathans and all that sort of shit. And it'd be nice to read some of the data entries, because I've got voice acting in the game now, because it's fully released, and it's pretty interesting. But, again, it's not blind, so I'll put it to the vote, but, you know, it won't be blind per se. Same again, Super Dimension Neptunia vs Sega Hard Girls. I don't know anything about it, never played it, but again, it is a... Again, another spin-off from the Hyperdimension universe. Again, if you want to vote for it, you can do. Just saying, you know, I'd rather not play them just for now. I'd rather take a break. But again, I'll put them up there. Surgeon Simulator, if you want me to fail at surgeons, I'll put it in there if you want for a bit of a laugh. World of Goo, which was gifted to me years ago, very early on in my channel. Be interested to play that, but again, only if people are interested. So I've heard it's pretty good. So we can do that if you want. And finally, XCOM Enemy Unknown. I've got the Enemy Within pack as well. The only reason why I offer this is I know the whole game, so it's not blind. I can't play it though. I suck at it. I'm really, really crap because it really requires quite intricate strategic gaming skills, and I like to put it on like the hardest settings for a laugh. And what I'd like to do with XCOM is, if people are interested, I'd like to get you guys and girls involved in that. You can make or suggest characters for me to create, or if you want to put yourself in the LP as a character for me to look after in battle, we can do. So if you just give me a description of like nationality and what type of class you want to be, that kind of thing, that would be a good sort of everybody joining type of LP. I watched one done by Black Shadow recently. Black Shadow 992, I think he is. He's really good. He's fucking fantastic at XCOM. I loved his LP of it. I'd like to do something similar to his, because I think that'd be really good fun for me trying to look after you guys and girls on the battlefield and failing miserably. I'm up for that, but again, only if you want to vote for it. But it won't be blind. You know, I know the whole story, but I can't play it very well. So, you know, each playthrough is unique. You don't know what's going to happen in terms of the events and how we deal with situations. And we'll put it on the settings where you've got, like, you know, permanent death and that kind of thing. You know, if you get a decision, you've got to live with it type thing. You know, it will probably mean that the LP will have to stop and start a lot of the time. So we like do so far, die, and then start again. It might be that kind of nature, because I suck at it, but we'll see. But I'll put it up there for the vote as well if you're interested. And that's pretty much it. So just a quick recap of the games before I talk about ARK, before we finish things off. We've got Angels with Scaly Wings, Antechamber, Balthazar's Dream, Bastion, Bioshock Infinite, Black Mesa, Darksiders, Darkwood, Deus Ex Game of the Year. That's the first Deus Ex, obviously. Dragon Age Origins, Epic Quest of the Four Crystals, Fairy Fencer F, The Fall, Fallout New Vegas, Firewatch, Five Nights at Freddy's, Gorky 17, Hatoful Boyfriend, Hotline Miami, Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart, I Am Bread, If My Heart Had Wings, Little Inferno, Long Live the Queen, Love Cammy, Lucius, Mass Effect, Mega Tag, Mentioned Blonde, blah blah blah, Night in the Woods, Papers, Please, the alternative endings, Please Don't Touch Anything, Pony Island, Streets of Rage, the remake, Steven's Sausage Roll, Subnautica, if I can get it to work, Super Dimension Neptunia vs Sega Hard Girls, Surgeon Simulator, World of Goo, and XCOM Enemy Unknown. I won't, you know, obviously if you've watched all this at this point, you know which ones are blind, which ones not. To vote, simply just pick a game and put it in the comment section. So just leave a comment saying what game you want to vote for. You can leave your reasoning if you want, or leave reasonings as to what games I shouldn't do. That would be good as well. But if you want to vote, then just leave your comments. I'll leave the vote up for a few days, or maybe another week before I actually get around to making videos again. So there's a good long while. So you've got plenty of time to vote. One vote per person, please, if that's all right. I don't want multiple votes. Just pick a game you ultimately want me to play and vote for that. Okay, that's how I want it to do. Don't do, you know, first choice, second choice, third choice, unless there's a tie. If there's a tie, I'll do a separate video and we can do that later. Okay, so that's the voting then done. Just to finish up then for ARK Survival, because Kitty Guardian, bless his soul, has been very patient with me over the last few years about doing videos on ARK Survival. Just for your information, guys and girls on the channel, I did, a long time ago, an online session with Kitty and Yomi, just trying out the game and trying to get it to work. And we actually had some good fun. I kind of enjoyed it, but it doesn't run very well on my PC. I have to run it on the lowest settings possible, and it looks like ass. And when I try to record with Bandicam or Fraps and stuff, it's not very good. The frame rate goes down quite a bit. It's just because my PC's old, and I don't, you know, it's a struggle to get it to record. It's the same with Dark Souls 3. I have a similar issue with it. The games are just too advanced for my graphics card to run and record simultaneously. That being said, it can be done. It just looks like ass. I'm okay doing some videos on this, but what I would like to do is do some small stuff whereby if I can, like, do a video, you know, get Kitty Guardian and Yomi together, and anybody else who wants to join in, I suppose. We'll have to organise a time and date to do it, but the problem is I'm so busy my end, it's very unlikely that I can do it in the near future. And even then, a lot of things have been, you know, a lot of things come up and I get interrupted, and there's nothing I can do about it. I've got to go away and solve it. it's going to be it's one of those ones where, sadly, because it's one of those games you need to play it with friends to get the most out of it and have fun with it, I can't really do any concrete sort of LP on it, but it would be nice to do some videos on it whereby we're just messing around or mucking around. And I think the game's fully released now, I do believe, anyway. I think it is now fully released, and I played, an earlier version of it when it was still in development, the early access and all that stuff. So I don't know if it's optimized to work better on my PC now that it's in full development. I doubt it. And I don't think there's any... I'm not sure if there is like a single campaign mode on it. I don't think there is. You can play it by yourself, but it's a bit limited. I think it is primarily a multiplayer sort of thing. Again, I'm not a massive fan of massive open world or multiplayer sorts of games because they're not bad or anything. It's just... I like story-driven solo games. Always have done, always will do. Because I get the most enjoyment out of them, and being able to do videos on YouTube, you get to nitpick them and give your perspective on it. I quite find that entertaining, and I love watching lots of LPers play certain games. I don't tend to watch loads of LPers play the same game, but I like watching LPers play story-driven games and hearing their viewpoints on it. I love all that. It's really good fun to hear different things. ARK, I don't think, gives you that. It's a different experience. But I would be open to doing some sort of like, if I can get like an online session going via Discord and stuff like that, like I did with Yomi and Kitty, then maybe we could do some small fun videos where we're just trying things out or just messing around. I think that would be the best way to start. That's not all I want to do, but to start. But like I said, it does run like ass on my computer. I'm just saying that, and I'm not really happy with the quality of it. But I'm open to it, so I'm not putting it to the vote. But what I'm saying is if I can get a recording session around, an online session going with people, Yomi and Kitty, and maybe a few others if you want to join in. If not, just me, Yomi and Kitty, we can do it and mess around. It might be good fun. But yeah, it just doesn't run very well. That's all. But we'll try that. So if at some point in the future we can get together, I'll see if I can practice recording with it, and then we'll do that and have some fun. I think that would be the best way forward with ARK. I've been thinking about it long and hard, and I think that's what I'd like to do, ultimately. I think that would be the best. So there you go. So get voting then, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have recorded this for a second time now, and I'm still as long as I was the first time. Because I'm fucking useless. So there you go. But anyway, thank you very much for watching all the way through if you have done. I hope everything's going well your end. So all it remains for me to say is take it easy, have a good one, hope you're well, please get voting, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video with a winner. So until next time, take it easy, have a good one. See you around.